Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. We're in the Brecon Beacons this week. It's a fairly straightforward task this week. The question is, I ran down from the place where I took the photograph and I went to this point here, circled in red. I went down the obvious routes and I just want to know what elevation loss and gain I did on that journey. So the map that we're using is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000. So you need to look at the map, work out where the photo was taken, where that feature is, and then count some of the contours. So let's see if we can work out where we are to start with. Let's have a look at the map. Have a look at the photograph. What we can see, well, we've got a real obvious feature ahead of us. We've got some very, very steep ground dropping down into this sort of valley here, less steep ground on the right, and we can see we've got this ridge dropping down, curving round down to this col here. Looks like there's some water in there, and then steeply up to this summit on the other side. And the feature we're looking for is this little sticky out bit, this little bump sticking out there about halfway up the other side. We can see that there's a good man-made path down here. We can just about see some people on that. So can we see that on the map? Okay, so we've got lots of steep ground dropping away, steep ground dropping away, steep ground dropping away. And we're looking for a little col with water in it. So it makes sense that we are looking down from Pen y Fan area, down really steep ground here. There's a little col there with a tiny little lake in it, and then up to Cribbin, which would be that mountain featured there. So that's Cribbin, there's that, and Pen y Fan is up here. So most people work that out, but whereabouts, if we're going to start looking at contour heights, whereabouts on Pen y Fan are we? Well, let's just zoom in a little bit. We can see, so you can see the summit height here, 886. And there's quite a big flat area there. The contours are quite wide apart there, and then there's another gap and another one there. Whereas if we look on the photograph, it's a steep drop straight away. So we can't have taken the photograph on that summit looking down this ridge because we see flat ground ahead of us. So it makes more sense that we're actually taken on the steep section here somewhere. So can we work out exactly whereabouts? Well, there's a couple of things to look for. One is the drop down and the kink to the left. So we've got a bit of a backward C shape, and then we've got this obvious feature here. Can we see this big kind of re-entrant dropping away down there? We don't know whether, we can't see from here whether there's any water in it, but it wouldn't be unusual if there was. So can we see that? Okay, so there, look, is the stream running down. So that's going to be our re-entrant dropping down. We're looking down onto that. So that puts us up somewhere here, which would mean we've also got this slight C shape, the change in direction along there. So it's difficult to see exactly or judge exact distance, but we are actually just on this point here, just where the ground starts to steepen. So if this contour here is the 850, then the photo was taken on the two contour lines up, so that's going to make it the 870 contour. And we're going down from 870 to 665 at that point there, so that's pretty close to 200 meters, 205 meters down. What about going up the other side? So what are we looking for? Well, this little point that sticks out here is a very distinctive feature sticking out. So can we see that? So going up the other side, up, and we can just see there, look, there's that little nub sticking out. And if we look at the contours, that's a 700, that's a 710, so it's between 710 and 720, so call it 715. So from 665 up to 715 is 50 meters. So just over 200 meters down and 50 meters climb. So like I said, not too difficult, although some people did say we were on the summit of Pen y Fan, and it obviously wasn't, due to the fact that we've got this steep ground straight ahead of us. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.